So I gotta tell you, I have this friend, love her to pieces, and actually she's the reason why I'm doing this program in the first place. But God bless her. When I have shared some of my progress, the first question is my progress on tax deeds. And I'll, just tell her that I have, I closed or whatever. I don't tell her every time. It's just very sporadic. And she comes back immediately with, do you have any cash flow? Do you have cash flow yet? And I'm thinking, okay, she kind of knows this process. I don't know to what depth, but she and I both came in and she actually brought me in on a tax certificate program that she had purchased. And so she knows the gist. She knows I'm buying from a government entity, and hello, friend. And the government entity, as you know, they move at a glacial pace, and that is probably pretty conservative. Anyway, so she knows that from experience, as she has bought tax certificates, that when you buy them over the counter, and then you have to wait, you have to roll it up, you have to do the tax deed application, the TDA, and then you wait for the county to declare that they're going to start the foreclosure process, and then they finally mail you information, a document saying, pay us more money, because we need to post notices and send notices and stuff. And then they give you a auction date. So the first certificate that I bought based upon her tax certificate program, educational program, I bought in October. I just got the document mailed to me from the county probably 30 days ago with a July 21st auction date. That's the auction. And at that point, if it gets sold, then I get paid off plus my 18% interest because it's Florida. Woohoo! It's vacant land. I would not be bidding on the auction, but I absolutely could bid on the auction where my own certificate is being offered to get that as a deed. And I will not be. I don't need any more swampland. Nice land in Florida. But the whole point is, you guys, this is a process, a very slow process. Like, if you want fast cash flow, pay retail prices and just get it on the market within 30 days. That is not the case here. Period. This is a get rich slow and get rich strategically, and it starts really with building the pipeline, filling the pipeline, and then just waiting till it trickles out. But when it trickles, it's going to be a constant trickle that ends up being a flow, a slow flow. And then there's a point where, I'm guessing that it could even be a pretty fast flow coming out. But the lag time, there is considerable lag time from investment to getting any kind of return back. And you have to know this. It's not going to be 2 days after you buy the deed that cash flow occurs. And based on my learnings, 6 months. 4 if you are on the fly and the sun and moon align and everything is shining on you. That means it's occupied, they're immediately willing to sign a lease, and you get possession immediately through the lease signing. Or it's vacant and you can take possession 2 days after you post a notice, right? It's vacant and abandoned. It's obvious. But that's not going to be the most cases. That's my guess. I don't know. I haven't done this before in its entirety, like I've told you. So I just wanted to clear things up. Cash flow is going to come. This is a slow process. This process you get to buy at huge discounts. And for that, in exchange for that, there is a patience that is required. And if you don't have that patience, maybe this game just isn't the right fit for you, and that's great. There's a butt for every seat, right? And if you are in a place where you have minimal capital to invest and you need to velocitize it quickly, meaning turn it over into the market, get it back working as fast as possible, like deeds is not going to be it. Like tax delinquent properties, period, is not going to be it for you. And I tell you this so that you know from the get-go, you're not disillusioned. And it's a slow roll. Remember, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So, for me, would I like to buy $60,000 properties for 10 grand all day long, even if I have to wait 6 months before they turn into cash flow? Absolutely. You know why? Because I can buy 6 properties for the amount that the Joe next door can buy 1. And yes, there's going to be a lag, but the velocity is going to eventually speed up, and it's going to just smash Joe, trample him outright, period. Because he has to work so much harder to create their working capital for 60 grand a pop. I don't have to work that hard for 10 grand a pop. I have to statistically or mathematically 1/6 of the efforts. So yes, there's a lag, and it's going to be okay. And I'm saying that with hopeful anticipation because I experientially haven't been on the other side where I've gotten $1 out of this system yet. I keep putting money into it and efforts into it, but I know because I've seen the results from others. And if they are a hard worker and diligent and they won't give up like me and they produce X results, I know even if they produce half the efforts and half the diligence as me, then at least I can match what they have produced, and the sky's the limit. Really, you're writing your own check here. I'm writing my own check. The efforts I put in, the research I put in, the diligence today. Remember, plant your well before you're thirsty. Plant your tree before you need the shade. And that is so hard because you have to wait. You plant this tree and you wait literally 10, 20 years before it has any significance to it. That's a lot of waiting. Well, thank goodness I don't have to wait 20 years. I only have to wait 5, 6 months. And that time frame can be significantly cut down with my due diligence, my research, and offering up my findings on a platter to the attorney so they can go ahead and they can proceed in the best way possible, best practices. And even if I wanted to, I could speed up the process by going there in person and knocking on doors, not having some, nasty threatening, notice. You got to post it anyway legally. But with that comes a person with a kind and empathetic and understanding heart that says, hey, how can I help you in this? What are your intentions? What are your goals? What are you thinking? How can we strategize so that you can stay if you want? Or how do I help you so that you can move along if it's time to move along? So that's what I leave with you. That's what I leave you with, because here comes someone with their sweet dog. So anyway, talk to you later. Bye.